I can't even get a hold of her on the phone. If I call her right now, it says unavailable.
I'll ask my court administrator, Ms. Hatch, have you heard anything from Ms. Young?
She called last week inquiring about an adjournment. I told her she'd have to contact the other counsel and that we were still going to proceed.
Mr. Elect, did you get any communication from defense counsel?
I did, Your Honor. She phoned me and I spoke with her and she told me that she was thinking of checking herself into the mental institution for some care. And she actually sounded fine on the phone call, and I think that that was the same day that she also had a divorce trial that was, or something to do with a divorce matter.
Here in this court,
Yes,
that she failed to appear as well.
Yeah, and so I kind of got, based on my conversation with her, I felt that that was an excuse. And I gave her a pep talk and said, you know, that she just needs to come and let the boys tell their story because it is what it is. And I didn't think that the court would be inclined to give her an adjournment because this is going to be 2 years old in July and that she needed to be here. And, you know, if she was going to get some medication, feel better, it was the perfect opportunity for her to get ready for the trial and then appear. And subsequent to that, I've sent multiple emails and tried to have some response with no success. And the woman that was here on the date that she failed to show for whatever the domestic matter was, happened to hire my associate. And she advised that she had been on Facebook. So today is Wednesday, so that must have been Monday, that she'd been on Facebook till about 20 hours prior to that. And then she hadn't heard anything, so that's all I know.
Well, at our last hearing, if I do recall correctly, I said no more adjournment. This is it. I said that. And the reason I said that is because this is a very old file. It's going to be 2 years, as Mr. Elect said, in July. And not a phone call, not an email, nothing from opposing counsel. The court, Sua Sponte, is going to show cause Ms. Young to explain to the court why she has failed to correspond with the court, meet with the court, do anything with the court relative to this case. That's number one. Number two is, as far as the court's concerned, unless someone says otherwise and convinces the court, we proceed today. I don't know what else to do. The court has been more than patient. Well, I understand both gentlemen here from the defense side did have prior counsel. I believe it was Mr. Rooney. Whatever reason, Mr. Rooney withdrew. Another attorney was put on, Ms. Young was brought in on May 19th, according to her appearance. And the court was very explicit, very clear regarding moving forward in this case. Mr. Elect, what's your position?
Your Honor, I think that justice requires that my client be able to have her case adjudicated. On the other hand, I'm concerned relative to, you know, having a problem if in fact, you know, they're not represented and there was a legitimate reason for that. I don't personally think there's a legitimate reason. I think this is all about Ms. Young not wanting to come to court, as opposed to there being a real reason for that. I'm not sure that should matter. And I'm not sure. I don't want this to be something that can be reversed. On the other hand, I think my client's entitled to go forward and have her matter resolved today. So.
And the same with the gentleman here.
Much. Yeah.
And your name, sir, is Jeffrey, your friend?
Yeah.
Jeff. Okay, Mr. Jeffrey Wushleger, how do you feel about this, sir?
Well, that's all I'd like to have done is my sister to tell my mother in front of this courtroom, all she has done to me and my brother for the last 2 years. And my other two brothers, Kenny and Paul. They have taken crop insurance out on us from another place and put insurance on and we had to pay the bill, not them. And we canceled it. And we canceled that crop insurance.
Well, I'm talking about the trial today.
Okay, the trial is, Barb is, my sister has did everything to our bit, to the farm business to make every door shut that was shut because of her.
Well, Mr. Frank Wushleger.
I know.
Okay,
well, okay, this is, okay, then, can I just start my story, the whole this family's?
No,
Okay.
Mr. Wushleger, I want to be respectful. I'm just asking specifically regarding proceeding with trial today.
Yeah. I wish we could have our lawyer here, but I guess if we ain't got a choice, we ain't got a choice.
It's not a matter of choice. I told everyone my position.
I know.
Because I was very clear on it, but I want to hear your position. That's what I'm asking you gentlemen.
We could have our lawyer. We would like to be represented by the lawyer, but I guess if we ain't got a choice, we ain't got a choice. Same here.
Can the court ask them if they would choose to go forward today to tell their story?
That's the alternative.
Yep, we'll tell our story.
The alternative is to tell your story, and then the court can make a decision based upon all the evidence. I don't have a decision on this. I have to hear the testimony of witnesses. I have to look at any evidence that may be submitted, and then the court makes a decision based upon all the evidence presented, all of it.
Yep.
And
if we can tell our story to what it can proceed then today.
And Mr. Frank Wushleger, do you agree with that? Do you agree with that, though?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to twist your arm, gentlemen. I just want to make sure we have.
Well, I'm on a fair trial, the truth.
That's what the court has to rely on. Is testimony, evidence, witnesses, any exhibits that may be admitted?
Well, all our paperwork is in the hands of us. And her, we ain't got nothing here to even look at to give dates or nothing.
Well, we have your answers that have been filed to the complaint, affirmative defenses, initial disclosures. The court has all that information.
Then do you have from June 4th, Harrington's decision of mom being competent and mom and Barb not being executor to this case for the what she conflict of interest in this case?
All I don't have any. Oh, wait a second.
It's in the last page when he goes about everything for the finances and that, because we had a court order.
I don't see anything relative to probate.
Your Honor,
Go ahead.
I would indicate that we actually have, your name again, I'm sorry.
Jacqueline Braun, the public guardian.
Jacqueline Braun, the public guardian. My client's daughter originally filed a petition. There was dispute on the conservatorship amongst family members, and so the court simply appointed the public guardian. I believe that that's what they're referring to. That's a matter of public record, and I don't think that's relevant for today, but nevertheless, that's the situation. The other thing that I'm gonna ask is that obviously I'm not supposed to talk to them because they're represented. However, their counsel isn't here. So am I permitted to talk with them, or still I am not? I probably am not, correct? I mean, because
I don't know if they're represented anymore. That's the question. I don't know, because, and again, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the attorney, but when you sign a retainer agreement, I'm assuming a retainer agreement was signed, an appearance is filed with the court, there is an ethical obligation for the attorney to represent the clients. And the clients need to have, to know that their attorney's on board. And we have nothing.
I got a voicemail from her that says she won't be out in time for
hearing. But she, as soon as she gets out of the hospital, she will call me and she will finish this case for us. That's all that, and that's the last contact I could get with her. I don't know where she's at or what that they have the phone closed down. But wherever she's at, she said in the hospital and it ain't good. That's what we were told. When I talked to her verbally after I listened to her message and after
When did you
that.
speak with her, sir?
What?
When did you
About
speak?
a week ago.
A week ago?
About the same time, and she said that she contacted,
Supposedly,
Linda
I know
Gillett and you, but I don't know, she probably didn't get to talk to you, but she talked to her.
Oh, no attorneys would talk to me about this.
Okay, she said
That's
that
what we
she
were
let
told.
Pearl know that she was not gonna probably be able to be out.
But she didn't have courtesy to call the court because the court takes judicial notice of other court files. That this is common practice. This is absolute common practice of the attorney. And again, I don't want to speak ill of counsel, but this has been happening in at least 4 or 5 other cases. Would you agree, Ms. Hatch?
Yes.
At least. And no disrespect, it's not a way to run a railroad. Just feel like you're standing
Well,
guard.
Well, I guess the only thing I can say is that when I spoke to her, which was a week ago, she simply said that she was thinking of checking herself into the mental hospital. And the last time she did that, she was there for less than a week. And she's been posting on Facebook, so I mean, I don't know what to say, Your Honor, it's a mess.
It is.
But you have more wisdom in this respect than me, so.
You give the court too much credit, Mr. Earl. Well, I don't know if we have an attorney involved or not, frankly speaking. It would appear to the court, no, because it's radio silence to the court. And believe me, it's not a matter of me personally. I'm just a human being. I'm no different than anyone else in this courtroom. The only difference is I'm in charge of this court. And this court is very important because we have differences that we have to address. We have a complaint that's filed back in 2024. And we have family that wants to testify. They want to provide the court information. And the court, part of the court's function, and for me personally, is I want to get these issues resolved.
So do we.
Either good, bad, or indifferent. But we have to do it. And the court is held to a particular time guideline to proceed in these matters as well. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to step off the bench for a moment. I'm going to take a look at a few things. I'll come back out in approximately 10 minutes.
I would,
Saying she can't do
yes. I would kind of add, Your Honor, that this is a fact-driven case where the parties are going to tell their story, and effectively, I'm not sure the attorneys are going to matter, to be honest with you, because it's driven on what the parties are each saying, and then the court having determined, who's telling the truth, because they're telling different stories.
Comes down to an issue of credibility. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Mr. Wushleger.
But our attorney has stuff for her back, and if you maybe won't take it as involved, then when I quit on the farm, and Jeff had his name already on the property, and they asked me to quit Polish to come to farm, and I went up to sign on the farm, and Clark, with Jeff having the knowledge, that's what they were doing, and they took his name off. Is that legal? And then verbally in conversation with Mom and Dad, that's what they did, but they didn't do it. And that's been back and forth. If you went to and looked through the deeds of stuff they did, of back and forth, and how could legally a person have a person sign off on the thing and not, when we went in there, we had the understanding that I was signing on with him, and they took their name off, his name off.
Well, that's part of what the court is going to have to consider based upon all the testimony.
But
I was
we ain't got,
Take the recess and then we'll proceed.
Well, I was advised by my court administrator, Ms. Hatch, that she has just sent a message to Ms. Young to at least to get her to Zoom in. So at least we can find out what in the world's going on. Everyone in this courtroom wants this thing done, right?
yeah,
Absolutely.
but I want it done fairly. And I know
That's my
that's your
ethical duty.
job.
That's my ethical duty. I can't
Okay,
sit back
just let
here.
him-
For instance,
Yeah.
I can't take Ms. Drillock in the back and talk to her privately and she tells me what she wants. And I just come out here and we just have a whiz bang type of trial and I just rule everything in their favor. We don't operate that way.
Yep, I
Not at all.
understand, you're
Okay,
good.
just let him.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna take 10 minutes. I'll come back out and we'll see where we're at that time. Appreciate your patience, but the court's very upset because even just the respect, not of me, but of this court, that when we have something scheduled and we said very clearly, this, we are proceeding. And then not to have anything at all from that attorney is a lack of respect to the court. That's my feeling. So,
and our client.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh,
That's a completely other issue too.
we paid her in front to be here. Up front, the whole thing.
Okay.
And
All right, we're gonna take a short illness. I said, oh, it's another illness here. Bench trial adjourned from May 20 due to illness of judge. Well, yeah, that last one was for me, believe me. It was an illness and it was not good. No, I'm taking a short recess. Illness is another time. But it says right here, illness of
Brain
judge.
fart.
Actually, yeah, Ms. Drillock was here that day. That's when I zoomed out of it. Yeah, that was a bad day. But I'm much better now. Okay, we'll take a short recess. We'll reconvene a moment. And the court made contact with Harbor Beach Police. And it is, and I'm not going to go into detail, but it appears that counsel may be in some form of facility. That's all the court knows. And based upon what the facility may be, counsel would have no opportunity to have cell phones or anything like that. That's all the court knows. That's all we know. So we have a couple of approaches we can take. One is, sadly, we adjourn. Secondarily to that, we consider if both Mr. Wushleger agree as defendants to proceed, or any other alternative that may be available. All I know is that counsel is not here, will not be here. I don't anticipate counsel being here for tomorrow as well, because we scheduled tomorrow as well for a second day on this trial. I don't know if counsel will be able to continue to represent. I have no idea. Counsel is on record as being the attorney for both Mr. Wushleger and Mr. Wushleger. So I'm going to pose this question to both gentlemen. What do you want the court to do today?
I guess if proceed, if I can tell what I did for this family product.
And you're Mr. Jeffrey Wushleger.
Yep.
Mr. Wushleger as well. What do you say? The alternative is, Hatch, you said you may have another date as well. It's all going to depend upon
July 23rd.
July 23rd.
But if our attorney ain't gonna show then,
Well, I mean, I don't know that, sir.
yeah, but I mean, it's getting to the point with us. I need this over. I've been fighting this farm my whole life for 59 years. I worked for this family farm for nothing. Just a place to live and a meal. That's it. Take it from them. The dairy setup.
Gentlemen, I'm allowing you to speak, but we can't go into the merits right now. All I'm saying is you have to understand, if you proceed without an attorney, I'd be asking you to waive your attorney's appearance today. That's number one. Excuse me, you're not counsel.
Well, she's my sister.
I get that, but she's not named in this lawsuit, I don't believe.
But no.
So she actually shouldn't.
I know, I got.
Excuse me, John, Miss, you shouldn't even be at the table.
Should they all be behind on this? They're not on that.
All I have is Audrey Wushleger. So
And what
yes,
about
I guess that
them?
would be the case.
Okay, let's all move.
But I'm being respectful here. I just,
Then we have it where, and we have it where this is what she left us with on the phone after she left the voicemail, and then couldn't get no contact after that. She said she's not gonna be out, talk like it's gonna be in there 10 days, but then I don't know what her appearance of what's happening in another 10 days. I know what you're saying, and it feels like we're hung in a noose of what do we do.
right? Right. Mr. Ehrlich, you available for that July court date?
I'd have to call your honor. I'll do that.
I'll allow you to do so, please. We're well beyond the time date here. And I've said, honestly, I don't need to repeat myself, but like I said,
I have an 8:30 in Carroll, but I probably could Zoom that.
so you'd be available.
If the boys decide that they don't want to proceed today.
Gentlemen, how do you feel about that?
If our lawyers show up, otherwise if it happens on the 24th and she ain't here, we'll just proceed without her.
And again, that's Mr. Jeffrey Wushleger. Gentlemen, let me place you both under oath. Do you swear or affirm? Please raise your right hands. You swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yep.
Sir?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Jeffrey Wushleger, Mr. Frank Wushleger. The court has explained to you the alternatives available. I don't want to adjourn the case. However, you don't have counsel. And one of the concerns the court has, and Mr. Elect has the same concern, is if we proceed right now, today, whatever happens, happens. It could be an appellate issue either way. And then we're back to square one. According to what you have both told me a moment ago, you had stated that this was Mr. Jeffrey Wushleger first, that Mr. Wushleger, you prefer to go to the July date. Obviously have enough time to speak with your attorney if you're available or she's available to speak. But if you can't speak with her, you want to finish it in July. Is that a correct statement, Mr. Jeffrey Wushleger?
Yeah.
And Mr. Frank Wushleger, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Elect is bending over backward here relative to court times, and I appreciate that as well, Mr. Elect. And this is an inconvenience for everyone. The court, we hear cases every day. It's not an issue for the court, but it is an issue for the court when we have litigants that want this thing done. So we're going to adjourn to the trial, the July trial date, 9 a.m., July 23rd. There's good cause because counsel has failed to appear. For the record, counsel was advised beforehand that this date was going. I don't know what's going on other than she is in some sort of treatment I don't know what it is, no idea. And as a result of that, that's the good cause to adjourn. But I am continuing the show cause relative to the attorney because we need to have some answers for everyone. Matters adjourned until the July 23rd date.
Thank you.